Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video from Type 1 Detour. Today we're talking about 5 common problems you may face when setting up your campsite and solutions to fix those problems. So at one point in time, no matter how long you've been doing this, you're eventually going to come across a campsite that the sewer hookups are either all the way in the front, all the way in the back, but they're not just right in the middle of your rig. Now we have 2 sewer valves and places to dump from. So our front bathroom, back bathroom, they both have their own black tanks, gray tanks, and one is in the middle of the rig, one is all the way in the back of the rig. So sometimes, depending on where the sewer is, you can't always get exactly where you want to be. As much as we try to get the sewer hookup right in the middle of both of them, as you can see in this site, we can't get there. For us, there's 3 main things that we have to help solve that problem. One is having enough sewer hose. So we travel with 40 foot of hose. Before we even went full time, we bought 2 20-foot kits, and those kits came with 2 10-foot sewer hoses and a clear elbow to connect to the actual sewer connection. Since we do have 2 different valves that we have to hook up to, we typically are going to be using 3 hoses at any given time. And since we're going to be using 3 hoses, that leads to the next product that is a must-have for us, and that is the Y connector. We use the Y connector almost everywhere because we have one coming out from one black tank valve, another one coming from the other one, and then we connect them into the Y, and then we use that to then go to the actual sewer connection. So now for the third one, now that we already have our enough sewer hose and the Y connector, make sure you have enough sewer support. Sidewinders, they come in so many different names, but we only have one. We should probably purchase a second one, but ours has broken at multiple different times, so it's actually created different sections of that sidewinder, and we're able to use it to make sure that there is a downhill slope to get to the sewer connection, because you don't want sewer running uphill, because it's not going to work. So the next problem that you may come across is, especially on gravel or stone sites, you may have some stones and rocks that are bigger than others, which when you're putting your landing gear down are going to create an unlevel surface area for the landing gear to go down on. First recommendation is to purchase snap pads. Snap pads are going to help create a larger surface area, so they are for one going to protect your jack pad feet when that metal comes down on those rocks. 2, it's going to create a larger surface area, so it's going to be able to flatten easier. But number 3, what we normally do is, when I see that there are some large rocks, it's super simple. Just come over, knock some of these rocks out of the way if you need to, like this, and just make a flatter surface for your snap pads to come down on. But the RV snap pads are going to help create that flatter surface area for you anyway. So purchase RV snap pads, because they are going to help with the larger surface area, and also they're going to help protect the feet of your jack. Also, this video is not sponsored by RV snap pads. However, we do have a 10% off coupon code, which I'll put up right here. It's just use the word Detour at rvsnappads.com and you'll get 10% off of your order, and we'll also put a link down in the description for you as well. So the next common problem is going to take place at every campsite you go to, whether it's because of an electric pedestal, water spigot, a tree, RV right on top of you, it doesn't matter, but you need to know how far your slide outs come out. And depending on how far they come out, you may need to adjust your RV before unhitching from your truck, getting ready to get all set up, hook up your sewer, hook up your water, and then you go to put out your slides and they can't come out. So there's a super easy trick to help you with that. Let's go walk into the truck and show you that super easy trick. And the important thing here is to always leave it in your truck. Do not take it out. As soon as you get done using it, put it right back in the truck. You're going to want to get yourself a dedicated tape measurer specifically for your slides and your slides only. Do not take this inside the RV. Do not use it to measure something to cut. Do not use this to measure your kid's height. Do not use it to measure anything except for measuring your slides, because ask me how I know when you need it and it's still inside the RV. So we have it marked for our kitchen, our bunk room, and our living room. And our living room and our master bedroom are the same length, so we can use those in the same places. Now this campsite that we are at is a perfect example of why you need to know this, because let's take a look at this here. This electric pedestal is directly in the middle of our two slides. So Amanda made sure that when I was backing in, that I was lined up in between these two slides. But what we needed to worry about was the height of this coming over this. How far was this going to come out? And then also the water spigot. Now, as you can see here, we would have actually had room if the slides was coming directly out of here, but we were lucky enough to also have this line up to where it was going to come into this little opening here. But if I would have measured out, I would have known that if I came from the RV to here, our kitchen slide would have made it. Okay, so the next common problem that you might come across is some soft dirt, soft ground at your campsite. So as you can see here, the tires from the RV and the truck kind of created some divots and some tracks here. So what you're going to want to have is this little foldable shovel here. Pull up here, comes out, you twist, now you got yourself a little shovel. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of fill in these this hole here a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect, but we just want to level it out a little bit here, so that way kids aren't tripping, wives aren't tripping over it. Happy wife, happy life, right? Okay. We'll fill this one in back here a little bit here. Nothing perfect. Okay. So the shovel can help you with that. What it might also help you with too is that if you have stairs to put down, or earlier in the video when we were talking about making a level flat surface, for making a level flat surface for your landing gear feet to come down on, this shovel is perfect for that. Make sure it's somewhere where you can easily get to it and you don't have to dig through your entire basement, because you might need it before you actually need to unhitch from the truck. All right, so as you can see here, these stairs are kind of in this soft dirt. As soon as I step on them, just kind of keep going in. I don't really like that. So what I like to do is, let's get some of this dirt and rock out of here first. Just go ahead and get you some of these, you know, these Lego leveling blocks, as I call them. And this is going to help create a flat surface also. So get you a little flat surface there. Let's figure out where it needs to be. This leg's going to have to come up some. And we'll get this side nice and level too. Now when we step on them, it's no more digging into the dirt. Door closes, problem solved. Okay, so those are your 5 common problems that you likely are to face when pulling into a campsite. And hopefully the solutions we gave you will help you fix those problems pretty easily. If you wouldn't mind helping us out by hitting that subscribe button right now, hit that thumbs up on this video. If you want to hit the little bell to be notified of when our next video goes out, go ahead and do that. All these things are free to you. They cost no money, but they definitely help us tremendously. And to ask for just one additional favor, go follow us on Instagram right here, Type 1 Detour. We'll also put the link down in the description below. We'll also link any of the products that we mentioned here in the description below. Again, sponsored by nobody, just common problems we've come across in our year and a half of full-time RV living, and some of the solutions that we've come up to help fix those problems to make our life a lot easier, and hopefully we can make your life easier too. And with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. P.S. If you have kids, they wouldn't mind playing in these big dirt piles outside anyway.